Azurite is an Eclipse plugin that provides selective undo feature to the code editor, which helps you backtrack your code more easily. At the bottom of the screen is the timeline view of Azurite. This timeline view is the basic user interface where you can see and interact with your fine-grained code edit history. Let me change the message to Hello Azurite, add some method call, and delete the auto-generated comment. You'll notice that as I edit the source code, the changes immediately appear in the timeline view as rectangles, which are color-coded according to their types. You can hover the mouse over the individual rectangles to see the details, or select the rectangles to highlight where these changes were made in the code editor. Suppose that now I want to undo this message to the previous version. In this situation, using the regular undo command is not a great option because I will have to also undo the other changes that I made after changing the message. Using Azurite, you can simply select the rectangle you want to undo and invoke the Selective undo command to only undo the change without affecting all the other subsequent changes. Let's look at some more sophisticated features of Azurite with another example. Suppose that I just finished implementing a Fibonacci number code using iteration algorithm. I run the program and getting the expected result. Although this version works fine, now I want to make this method simpler and more readable using recursion. To make this change, I use the regular undo command multiple times to remove the code and add the return statement. Then I make some additional changes to handle exceptional cases and get the user input value from the console. At this point, realizing that there could be a performance problem, what if I want to revert it back to the iterative version? Because I want to retain these two code fragments, I cannot use the regular undo command. Even if I didn't mind losing the code, regular undo is still inappropriate because I happen to use the regular undo command to delete the iteration code, and that code was removed from the undo stack immediately after I made a new change from there. Azurite solves this problem with its code history diff view feature. I first select the area of code that I want to backtrack and launch the code history diff view. This is a side-by-side diff view where the left panel always shows the current version of the selected code, and the right panel showing one of the old versions of this code where the orange vertical marker in the timeline is currently pointing at. I can navigate through the history and see what the code looked like at any given point in time in the past, which is a great way of seeing how this code has evolved over time. To revert this code to the version currently displayed in the right panel, I click the Revert button. Now I successfully restored this code without losing any other code. Alternatively, I can simply select the area of code to be backtracked and use the shortcut key multiple times until the code gets back to the desired version. Azurite provides many more interesting features designed to help you backtrack. For example, the history search, where you can search for some code that existed in the past but no longer available in the current code, and the interactive selective undo feature, which allows you to dynamically select the operations to be undone while seeing the live preview. Thank you for watching, and please visit Azurite homepage and refer to the documentation page for more information.